Of all oppressive places in the world where punk rockers are struggling, Salt Lake City is one of the toughest places to be a punker. And the movie is about what punk rock is and the movement of punk rock, not the fashion. When I was done and I went back to Los Angeles and still had my mohawk, it was incredibly freeing because it's such an act of self-deprecation and saying, I don't care about how ridiculous I look. And to be an actor and do that, I felt so free from it and like I didn't have to worry about how good I looked going to the Viper room, which I never go to. But you know what I mean? And that aspect of it is something that punk rock was, you know, a lot of it was about that. It was like, I am so ridiculous that I'm free from, I'm freer than you are. You're laughing and stuff, but I can take it. Walking into these restaurants with a mohawk and you know, we're actors, so we go to the fanciest restaurants in town and yes, Mr. Lillard, Mr. Goorjian, here's your and we'd sit in these, you know, fancy restaurants with, you know, the finest wines and our mohawks. I do own an original Too Short, what is it, Wild Wild West? It's an original tape. He used to sell tapes out of his car, and I didn't buy it. I was too young, but a friend of mine bought it. So I still got an original Too Short tape. I'm purely a Miss Pac-Man and Galaga and pinball. That's my world, baby. My generation. Oh, Joust. Fantastic. Joust, I'm trying to think. There was one, Tempest. I think it was called Tempest, where you're the guy and you're going kunk, 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 around, and then at the end you go through the warp and you go through. It's an old video game that was just the best. Nothing like the old days when I was a kid. You had to actually put a quarter in.